business. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining. We are talking about business and trying to get more business now that we are into the countdown ending 2020. We're now well into the month of December and Christmas is coming right up. And if you are a florist and potentially a florist that's really seeking more business, despite the pandemic, despite the economy the way it is, there's still ways for you to grow your business and get more income. If you don't follow me already, I'm Frank Blanchard, AIFD, and I'm a longtime floral designer and florist. And I'm well aware of all of the issues that florists have with trying to gain more business, retain business, and ultimately grow your influence and grow your audience. Now, one thing I find a lot of florists fall into a pitfall with is thinking that you're always selling to customers. You're selling to customers, you're selling to customers, you're selling to customers. However, before you have customers to sell to, you have to build your audience. You have to be able to develop your influence with that audience that you constantly need to be building. So, in today's video, I wanted to focus on a couple of things to help you jumpstart building your audience so that you can cultivate the kinds of customers that you want to have as clientele. Number one, your website. A lot of florists fall into the pitfall of thinking that in order to have a business, you have to have a website, which you do, but once you have a website, that in and of itself does not mean you're in business. A website is basically just a tool in order to get business. And if you don't work it right, you're not going to get much from it. So there are a lot of different avenues. I'm going to share in the cards up here a couple other videos that I've done previously, if you haven't already seen them, just on the topic of things to do to improve how well your website works for SEO and creating digital content on your website so that your website will actually be found by the search engines. That's really important. Now, in addition to your website, social media is the other big way of building and developing business, building your audience, creating and cultivating your influence with your audience so that you can then actually get those customers that you want to work with. Facebook and Instagram. If you are a florist and you need to create some business and generate some income quickly, Facebook and Instagram are probably two of the fastest ways to do that. Now, one thing I want you to think about is don't think about doing just one or the other. Because ultimately, to really create the kind of audience that you want, it can really be helpful if you actually utilize one platform to help you grow another platform and vice versa. It goes back and forth. You also want to be thinking about which platforms are most of your customers hanging out on. And for most florists and retail florists, I would say by far Facebook and Instagram are probably the two that I would suggest focusing on. Now, a couple of things that I have noticed just recently when I have been evaluating other floral businesses, overall business or lack thereof. when I look at other florist websites, and especially if I hear them complaining that they just aren't getting the business they want and it just isn't happening, if I do a quick web audit, and even don't even do a web audit, I just kind of scan their website. That's usually what I start with. A big part of the problem why they aren't getting more business from their website is a couple of things. One, they don't have enough text content that contain keywords and keyword phrases on their website in order to make their website searchable by the search engines. So you've all heard about SEO and getting SEO done to optimize your website so that it will be found. And that basically means to create text content on your website that contain trending keywords and keyword phrases so the search engines will actually find you. That's usually one of the first missing components that I see when I look at other florist websites. They're wanting business, they've got great designs on their website, their pricing's great, they just don't have any information there for the search engines to glob onto to find them, to then be able to share their content with potential customers and clientele. So if you're not getting much web traffic, that's one of the first things to check on. What kind of text content, if any, do you have on your website? More likely than not, you don't have enough, so check that out. The other thing that I've been noticing too on florist, especially Facebook pages, but not only Facebook, but Instagram as well, is we can easily get in the habit of being somewhat selfish and being very eye-focused, and we promote and put lots of pictures of our work on our business Facebook page, possibly on our Instagram feed for our business, etc., and then we expect to get business from it. Well, there's a bit more to it than that. The pictures can really help, but here again, you've got to create text content to go along with the picture. One, you're creating text content, and this is also where hashtags come into play for both Facebook and Instagram, is you are giving the search engines, or in this case for Facebook and Instagram, you're giving the algorithm information, telling the algorithm what your picture is about, or telling the algorithm what your video content is about. Once the algorithm knows that kind of information, it can then feed your content to your customers and clientele. So, one of the big things with that text content that I see a lot of florists making this mistake is they post a picture and they might put one word with it and they might try and use the word as a hashtag, but then there's no call to action. It's like you're posting the picture, okay, great, but why? Why are you posting the picture? If you're wanting customers to actually do something, if you're wanting them to actually like your business Facebook page, if you're wanting your audience that you are trying to generate and the people that you're getting in front of to do something like go over to Instagram and follow you on Instagram, or go to your website and check something out on your website and potentially buy it, you have to tell them to do that. You have to give them a call to action. So that's where you need to be sharing direct links to your website, and then actually telling the people that are looking at the images or video content on your different social platforms you need to actually ask them, hey, if you really like this, we've got a lot of it and it's just fabulous. Go over to our website and check it out. Here's a direct link for you so that you can go there directly. Something like that. You need to actually give them a call to action if you want them to do something. If you don't give them a call to action, nothing's gonna happen. So keep those things in mind as you are working your marketing plan for the holidays, because we're moving closer and closer to Christmas and to the end of 2020. We're going to be going into 2021. So as florists and retail florists, we need to be thinking, especially right now, planning ahead for the next thing, which is Valentine's Day. So it's constantly about building and developing your audience, creating your influence with that audience so that you can then cultivate your customers and then generate income from the clientele that you build from your audience. So if you're not getting out there and showing your stuff and also giving your audience that key component, the call to action, that's gonna be one of the key factors in getting that income generated and gaining that web traffic by way of your social media marketing. And you have to have an actual strategy about that, and you have to think savvy about how you're going to do that in order to generate business. Now, if you saw my live stream that I did on my Facebook business page, and here is kind of a little nudge to get you over there, you can check that out because I did share it on the page, so it's still there, is utilize things that are currently going on in the news. I did a live stream yesterday on my Facebook page talking about the fact that FedEx, UPS, and USPS are all backed up when it comes to making deliveries for the holidays, and that about 7.2 million packages, they're already kind of figuring that that's going to be an approximate number of packages that are not going to get delivered until after Christmas. So as florists, we're really good at deliveries. This is where you can be marketing yourself, your services, and the products that you have for sale as great holiday gifts that you can get out right away for safe, no-contact home delivery. If you can get that word out to people, that's gonna be a big benefit for you. I hope you found this information helpful, and definitely check out these videos over here on the end screen, because these are additional videos that will help you specifically on how to level up your skills when it comes to your social media marketing and helping drive traffic to your website so that you can actually get business from both places, as well as building your audience so that you can create that influence for yourself and your business and get those customers you want. So until next time, be well, everybody, and we will see you very soon. And go check out these videos. Bye-bye.